Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are we doing today? Hello. Please grab a seat. If you haven't grabbed a coffee yet, we've got coffee. It is in the back. Got here a little late, but it's here now. So thank you, Rebecca. and while I'm talking to Rebecca, come on up, Rebecca. And we got you a little nervous here. You're kind of rushing this morning. Rebecca with Guild Mortgage does a wonderful job for a lot of us. Morning. What do you got for us?
Oh, you know, some good stuff.
Good.
Good morning, you guys. How is everyone? Good. So, I wanted to share with you guys some stuff that I learned. I just went to a coaching event in San Antonio, Texas, and all of these tactics come from other realtors and lenders in the business that are all doing quite a bit of volume, at least 5 to 10 transactions a month in real estate. So all these tactics come from people that know a heck of a lot more than me. So I would grab your pen or pencil and jot this stuff down. This is some pretty cool information. This all comes from people that the coaching that they do is they're paying about $3,000 a month for this coaching. So it's some valuable information. So grab your pen and jot some information down. So the very first thing that this gal talked about was she drew a picture of an empty water tank, and she put a stick figure inside of the empty water tank. And she talked about when everybody is buying or selling a home, there's always a little bit of water that starts at the bottom of the water tank, right? There's always a little bit of fear that is entering into our customer's water tank right out of the chutes. And then as the process goes on, the water starts filling up, right? Gets to the knees, gets to concern, gets to the waist, because people like me, the lenders, get in their world and start asking for a lot of crap and stressing them out, and the appraisal happens, all this kind of stuff. The water starts filling our water tank up for our customers. So then picture the plug at the bottom of the water tank, and you pull it out, and all the water comes out, right? And we've calmed our customer down. So the plug is you and I. It's our way that we cater to our customers. It's our technical skills for taking care of our customers. So the part that I love the most about this was thinking about who else is pouring water into my customer's water tank, right? A lot of times it's nothing to do with you guys, it's other people. Oh, my dad told me this, my grandmother said that, my lender told me to do this, right? All of a sudden the water's up here, right? Customers freaking out. So I thought that was an amazing visual. Hopefully that's helpful to you guys. The other thing that we started implementing on my team, and we tell customers about this right from the get-go. We use the term MIT, most important thing. Asking your customer right out of the gates, what's the MIT for you, Mr. Customer? But what I love about that piece is that we actually continue to refer back to it, so they know that we're actually paying attention to their MIT. I think the tricky thing for both of us in our world is sometimes that MIT changes, right? What they started out with as their most important thing might change over time. And especially if they go see their first few houses, right? But if we're always referencing back the MIT and checking in, then we know we're meeting their needs. 5-day countdown. If you don't do this already, this is awesome sauce. So what we've discovered is that when someone is buying or selling a home, the 5 days prior to closing is the most stressful time in their life, right? So what this gal does is she's implemented the 5-day countdown. So 5 days before closing, she puts into her phone, into her CRM, she just hits up the customer each day, 5 days before closing, with a call, an email, or a text, right? Because day 5, maybe everything's fine, right? The CD went out, they know their numbers, everything's cool. Day 3, the truck didn't show up, and my kid's sick and my grandma broke her ankle, right? Like, who knows, right? So if we're always checking in those 5 days prior to closing, then we can kind of make sure everybody's in calm waters with an empty water tank. This is really cool. So sometimes buying a house isn't always the most fun process, right? Getting a home loan isn't the most fun process. A lot of people would rather go literally to the dentist and get their teeth drilled prior to getting a home loan. So what she references is, hey, I'm going to be checking in with you. My team and I are always going to be asking, how are we doing, 1 to 5, right? 5 being awesome, 1 being not so great. But what I'm asking you about is, how do you feel like we are treating you in this process? How do you feel like we are taking care of you in this process? Not necessarily how do you feel about the process, right? Because someone can buy their home and hate their lender. Someone can buy their home and not be in love with their realtor, right? So we want to make sure that you are feeling loved on and catered on throughout the process, even though you might not love the process. That make sense? Last one I'll share with you guys is annual review call. I think maybe some of you guys have done that, you've implemented it, you sort of do it, you sort of don't do it. She said this has been a real big game changer for her. She actually 1 month ahead of time sends out a letter in the mail saying, hey, reminder, it's your annual review call time. These are the 5 things I need you to have handy available for our call and what times work best for you. Then she actually uses that time to fill in her CRM on anything that she is missing. Birthdays, anniversaries, you name it, yada yada. But she also uses that time to give back to her referral partners if someone needs a roof, an HVAC, or whatever, you name it. And to, of course, ask for referrals. I have a copy of the letter that she uses to send out. If anyone would like it, you are more than welcome to email me and I will give you a copy of it. Cool? Okay, and then last is I attached some things on here for you guys. If anybody needs cards made, like pop-by cards, tags to send to your clients, we will make these cards for you and actually put your names on them. You don't have to do any work. Sound good? Thank you guys very much for your time this morning. It's an honor to be in front of this group of cool, friendly, and passionate people. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, Rebecca. If you're new with us, we have sponsors come up. They help bring breakfast. They might be helping pay for our conference room here. But to get invited, they have to have done multiple transactions with multiple agents in our office. So these people are highly vetted. There's a lot of people that want to get in front of you guys because you guys are doing a lot of business. But they've got to earn their way in here. Rebecca does an amazing job building your team of lenders and home warranties and inspectors like Doug, and having a great team is so important. And Stacy and I here all the time for a few days from closing, and now they're asking for some new documents, last minute things. They're not doing what they said they would do. And you being in control of your transaction by having a great team is very important. So anytime you see someone who's up here speaking to you, they're trusted people by not just Stacy and I, but by the entire company. So great people to put on your team. So Rebecca does a wonderful job. So thank you again, Rebecca. And Doug, we have known Doug for many years and started doing home inspection for Stacy and I when we were just selling. We haven't sold much for years now, but he works with a lot of you guys. And he's got some cool slides today and talking about having home inspections on your construction, why that's so important. So, Doug. You can clap for Doug.
Well, good morning. I'm Doug with Quality Building Inspections, and if you haven't worked with me or our group before, we've been around for a number of years. We've got 3 inspectors, and between the 3 of us, we've done over 6,500 inspections. So we've kind of seen a lot of different things, and some of what we're seeing today is just part of that. We also have Savannah in the back, who's standing up, and she's our marketing specialist. So she kind of helps us to make sure we're doing what we need to do from that standpoint. So today, I just have a couple slides to talk about why new inspections on new construction and new warranty inspections. And just say off the bat, my apologies to our room sponsor at KB. This is nothing in terms of bashing the others at all. Everybody has subcontractors that they use, and just like everybody, people can sometimes miss things, can sometimes not do things the way they should be. So this isn't about any one particular builder or anything. This is about flaws in construction that really, it's not a bad idea to have a second pair of eyes take a look at that house. So, the two slides here, this is a new construction home that actually I did just a couple of weeks ago. And this one, believe it or not, this was actually 6 weeks after the first time I went out to this house, which was supposed to be the final walkthrough, and it wasn't anywhere close. So came back about 2 weeks ago, and the two pictures you're seeing here are just two examples of things that homeowners don't always catch, and if they do, they don't know, is this something that should be a concern or not. So the first picture here that you're seeing, this is a window well, and it does have a drainage system to it, which they're all supposed to have, but this one, if you can see, was pretty well filled with water. So usually that's an indication that we've got probably a clogged perimeter draining pipe there. So, and that's obviously important. Dealing with storm runoff around the house is of major importance, especially to new construction. So we want to make sure that we're getting all that water away from the property. So that was one of the things that we observed. The other one this house had, it was in an area that had a really steep slope right behind it, so it had a retaining wall. And so they didn't have any type of way. So if you look right here, you can actually see this is a drain pipe that's collecting moisture from behind the retaining wall, which is great. We want to see that. The problem is that it's kind of dumping out on the other side of it, and there's nowhere for that water to go. So we have kind of a lot of standing water in the back part of the yard for this house. And obviously, one of the things we want to do is make sure that water gets away from the back part of the house and move to the front and away from the property. So these are just a couple examples of some things that we see on new construction. This house is a warranty inspection that I did a number of years ago. And this one really is a flaw on the architect. So this is the front of the house here on the upper right. And my arrow's actually pointing to the wrong place. So really the area we're looking at is right here above the garage there. And they kind of had a perfect storm of having a valley coming in, dumping right onto this area, and then a downspout was also terminating right there as well. So the interesting thing is that these folks have been in this house about 10, 11 months and had not noticed that this was going on.
So not typical, but I was in IT 25 years, been in this industry for about 4. My wife actually does all my drawings. She's the smart one, so we're kind of the Chip and Joanna Gaines effort, if you will, for a period of time. If that fails, we'll go back to IT and all the track. But it's good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Earl Fanning. I came from Keller Williams, thanks to Pam Bellier, who's not here today anyway. But my husband Todd Ludlow and I work together. He got his pin.
He already got his pin, yes.
I was not here.
You
I
weren't.
want my-
Well, you get your pin. Welcome. Yeah, Pam was driving Vance to Boulder. He had like a tooth issue, and then they couldn't work on it, and they actually have to put him under, and he's got like an exposed nerve. So Rebecca, when you said mortgage or a lending process might be worse than tooth, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hi, I'm Amber Darling, and I've been with Equity for 1 week today. Yeah. And I've been licensed for a week also. So I'm brand new to the industry, and my husband, Rocky DeFalco, is with Equity also. So he couldn't make it today. So.
Awesome. Glad you're here.
I'm Brian Barnes, and I joined Equities a couple weeks back. I've been buying and selling automobiles for over 20 years, broker, and then Max Johnson thought I'd help people get a place to park them. So.
Hi, I'm Chase Ho. I've been with Equity Colorado about 2 months. I'm a mom and I'm a business owner, and I'm so nice to meet you, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for being here. Anyone just checking us out? Anyone just, sometimes you have people just seeing who we are. Awesome. Don't even want out. As you know, this year's our theme is mastery, and I'm not going to talk about mastery today. I wanted to have a few of you who just completed our Essentials program with Brian Bokone on mastery. If you would feel comfortable enough to maybe stand up and tell us just a few things that you got out of this course that helps you master your business, your life. Looking at you, Kathy.
I know you are.
We've got several people in here. Pam and Vance were in it. Rocio, so Stephanie. So if we could just get a few tidbits out of what you guys picked up, I would really be appreciative, because you guys get tired of hearing from me about mastery. And I'm going straight to Kathy.
Don't warn me.
I'm not even warning you guys, no. You don't have to think about it. And if you've done our master class, there's this word you might be nervous, anxious. Instead of using nervous or anxious, use excited. I'm excited. It's a great way to think about, okay, I'm not anxious, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. So, Kathy, you're excited.
So excited.
Just share with us your daily, what do you use? Mantra. I love your mantra.
Well, I'm super excited to be talking.
Yes, round of applause for that.
Anyway, I have taken the Bokone course before, and I loved it, and it's really what has set me on the right path to my business. So I thought I would take the next one, the mastery class, and one of the things that it got me saying was, because I always worry about calling clients on the phone. I just feel like they're tired of hearing from me. They don't want me to keep calling them. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start saying every day, people like me and people want to hear from me. They love it when I call them. And so I say that several times a day and before I call them. And it helps. But the class was really good. It just got me back on track. And it just helped me to remind me that if I do the steps that Bokone says to do, I will have success. And I just have to stop doubting and just believing in myself, and believing that I'm doing all the right things. So it was a great class. I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Kathy. We'll see you.
I'm never gonna
Just putting you guys on the spot.
Yes, like Kathy, I did this right when I got my license. I did the first Bokone, and I started applying some of the things, but that's what has brought me to what I'm doing today. And then when they offered this class, I think I was the first one to sign up. Like I told the last day, I need to improve everything. It's like we forget. And even though we're doing things, you always see that there's a better way to do the things that you were doing. So everyone, I encourage you to do it, unless you're closing 5 to 10 transactions a month, which would be the goal. But it was a great class, great energy, great feedback from everybody, accountability. So you name it, and it was awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Rocio. Stephanie, Tracy. So far you've noticed that people have done this more than once. And so when you're brand new, a lot of this kind of goes over your head and like, oh my gosh, and a lot of you have done it one time. I highly encourage you to take it again when you teach it again, because there's so much, Tracy, that you were like, oh my gosh, probably. Would you be willing to share a little bit? Again, you can see the strength of people as they are in this business a little longer and their confidence grows. You start out, they're a little, you've been doing this for a while, and you're like, yeah, I can talk, I'm fine. But Tracy, you just done cooking. You've got the confidence to course. Or have you gotten down to your coach?
Sure. Yeah, so I I am like the Bokone fangirl. It's working for me. So I took peak producers. So Todd, when I first started, said, you need to take peak producers. Like, Todd, I don't need to take peak producers. I know what I'm doing, trust me. Okay, then I got humbled my first year. And the second year I was like, okay, give me some Bokone. So I took it, and I absorbed about 1% of it. And then had a great year after that. So I've taken the new one this past year, and I absorbed 15% of it, and it's just like amazing. So I'm going to keep taking it. I've even thought about becoming a mentor, so I can just watch it whenever I want. I don't have to do that kind of stuff. But it's really, really good. The number one thing I'm thinking, just as I'm listening to everybody talk, this industry, like, you know, and Bokone talks about, there's just so much venture capital in real estate right now, and there's so much changes, and there's iBuyers, and there's all these, you know, there's Zillow leads, and all this stuff you can do to generate leads. 87% of people, according to NAR, get their realtor by referral. Okay? 87% of people that you know in your database today are going to find their realtor, not on Zillow, not on Redfin or whatever, they're going to ask a friend who you know. Okay? So we should be working by referral. That's what that says. This is NAR. This is not Bokone. This is NAR that says this. There is more distraction, and there's more different kinds of ways you can generate leads, spend money, and waste money than there ever is. The biggest thing you can, and it's so, even for me, like, it's just so hard to stay focused. The best thing you can do is pick one thing and just do that really, really well, which is what Todd's saying. It's mastery. It's consistent action you take every single day. It's not you have one great month or one great weekend, or you did your calls or you did your pop lives. You're consistent every single day doing the little stuff. If you love BizBuzz, great. Focus just on BizBuzz. If you do expired, great. Just do that. Most of us work by referral. Focus on that. Quit spending your money on other things. Quit wasting time on other things, and just go deep with the people that are already in your database. Add people to your database. Do calls, notes, and pop buys, and just stay consistent with it. You're not going to see results right away. You're just absolutely not. But consistency, which is what mastery is, eventually produces results. And I think that if there's people that are struggling, it's just because we're so distracted with all of this. So it's probably more than you wanted. That's what I would say.
Awesome. Thank you, Will. Super proud of Will. He told the story. First year, not so hot. He took Bokone, and it just tweaked some things. He's the same person. He was still genuine. He was still a good guy. He was still intelligent his first year. But after he took the course, it tweaked his dialogue. It built confidence. It gave him a roadmap. And that's what he's saying. Find the roadmap and stick to that roadmap and master it. And yeah, we're up against crazy competition out there right now. But if you have your benefits, you know what you provide, you know your value, you can overcome them. And had a conversation with someone this morning about people coming in with low commissions and winning listings. We've had low commissions since I've been in business, guys, 30 years. Okay, there's more of them. They're more prevalent, maybe you see them bigger. But we still have to show the value. And on our YouTube channel, we do have Eric Sachs. He did a great presentation on overcoming the iBuyer. Go to our YouTube channel if you weren't here at that sales meeting and watch that. And continue to work on your skills. You've got to have skills. You've got to be able to provide value. And take the next Bokone class when we have it. And I might have a new mentor to help teach that class, it sounds like. So that would be awesome. We've got guests here today. We have Melissa Maldonado, our CEO from SMDRA, and Nick Bokone, the Public Affairs and Outreach Consultant, coming to kind of tell us what the heck's going on at SMDRA. I've hit you guys with the benefits. We're not going to hit you with the benefits today because we know the benefits. We are the choir here. I want you to be able to see the people and know who is running the show, and hopefully Melissa will tell us about this amazing building that is being built and we are very close to. So, Melissa.
Thank you, Todd. So I am excited to be here, and I want to hear all, or you all want to hear from me. Is that as Todd said, my name is Melissa Maldonado. I am the CEO of the South Metro Denver Realtor Association. A lot of you guys are members. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm going to touch on a few things today. But before I do that, I want to recognize some people here that are really integral at SMDRA. Of course, Todd was our chairman of the board last year, so he is our past chair. Our current chairman of the board is Marcel Savoy. You all know. Max Johnson is on our board of directors. Steve Harder, government affairs. And I don't think I missed anybody else. Yeah. How about this? If you're involved with Smithers.
Yeah, they don't need to know that.
One thing I don't have to talk about too much, but I think a lot of you were there, really excited about this. This centerfold is Diamond Circle, so congratulations to Equity and everything you did.
I'll
Pass that around.
Because this is we're in the center of this,
Huh,
receiving the.
How did you get there?
Yeah. That helps to.
That helps to be involved. There you go. Besides Diamond Circle, we do a lot of networking events. And then tonight, what are you guys doing at 4 o'clock?
Partying.
Showing houses.
No. At 4 o'clock, you're going to be at Flat River Grill with me. We have our summer jam. Why do you want to be here? This is something that we put on for our corporate sponsors. It is strictly networking. Why do you want to be there? Get to know your fellow realtors, other individuals from different companies, and support our corporate sponsors. So that is from 4 to 7, no charge. One other event coming up, which is kind of an interesting event. We are doing a YPN Adult Field Day for RPAC. We are going to have individuals compete with different obstacles. One of the things that we're going to do is have a dunk tank. And I'm hoping Todd will be one of the people in the dunk tank. You know, I've already volunteered. But the dunk tank specifically is going to be tied to RPAC, and you know.
When is this?
It is, let me take a look here, August 23rd, 11 to 4 at Redstone Park in Memphis Ranch. I'll get some information to you guys. What else? We have power lunches. Nick is going to talk about one of them, but we have Meet the Mayors. Some other power lunches, and I have to always look. A huge issue for our realtors is healthcare. The Colorado Association of Realtors has come out with a program. It's not perfect and it's not for everybody, but it is an opportunity to see if you qualify. That power lunch will be on July 16th, which is a Tuesday, 11:30 to 1, and I'll leave all these flyers here. I know PAR worked really hard to kind of pull this information together. It gives you different options. We have a At Home with Diversity PAR breakfast in July. Did I mention that breakfast and lunch is free? There's free lunch, free breakfast. And then the State of the Colorado Association of Realtors is in August, where we have our state association let you know what's going on at their level. How many YPNers do I have in here? Maybe I should. Under 40. Woo! I encourage you. I asked you to get involved not only in the field day, but in our YPN committee. They have different things going on. One of those is a Mix and Master YPN Master Mind Group, July 24th at Breckenridge Brewery. One of the other great things that SMDRA has done in the last 2 years is our education is free. As part of your member benefits, you can attend any class at no charge. That does exclude designations, but for designations, we have a program. Buy more, save more, meaning the more equity agents that attend, will reduce your price. So if there's a class coming up that you're interested in, get a group, come and attend. One thing I'm excited to announce, and you guys are my first announcement, I don't know if you can have to talk about this, is thank you to your board of directors. We have signed an extension with Central Lock. And I bet Todd's never talked about Central Lock. So Todd and I met with the Central Lock reps, oh my gosh, was it 3 years ago now? And we worked out a 2-year deal where you got your annual subscription cost at no charge. We wanted to push Central Lock and Metro Denver, because we were behind Detroit, and now Detroit has adopted it. It was time. It's not only good for the agents, it's a safety feature. So, with a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of tenacity with SMDRA, our other neighboring associations are now sticking with Central Lock. So that means the Metro Denver area is all going to be on Central Lock. Since they have just signed on, their free period extends until May of 2020. So your board of directors has approved that Central Lock annual subscription will be free until May of 2020. So, so thank your board of directors. That was something we worked hard on. What else do I have? I'm probably running out of time. Building. You didn't know we're doing a building. I'm sure Marcel hasn't talked about it at all. He's the only person that's there probably more than I am. Well, or no, I'm probably there more, but we are very excited. 6436 South Racine Circle. This building is going to be cutting edge technology. I'm looking at your room in here saying, oh, I'm still picking up tables and stuff. So this is going to be a destination for you. It's going to be a place where you can come. It's going to have a coffee bar. We're going to have state-of-the-art tech center, an event center that seats 200. We'll have networking events, a patio. Marcel, what am I missing?
You're doing well.
Okay. I encourage you, we'll have a grand opening in October-ish to all attend. Maybe you could have your sales meetings there. We'll talk.
We can talk.
Yeah. But part of the networking is we're going to have a patio. It's going to have a built-in brick fireplace, a gas grill. It'll be open to the public on weekends for non-dues revenue. And you should buy a brick. Why do you want a brick? The public is going to see it in addition to other agents, and it supports your industry, it supports SMDRA, and it makes you visible. So
We will pass those around.
we will pass
How
those
much is a
around.
brick?
The 4x8s are $100. The 8x8s are $250. And then there's a corporate brick for $3,000. We just got NAR to buy a brick, which is kind of a fee in itself, and Central Lock. And they're just going to say proud partners, SMDRA and NAR. The other component that your local association does is advocacy. Somebody introduced Nick DePelk. He's going to talk about some stuff you probably were aware of.
Great, sounds good. Hey folks, want to talk about politics?
Yes.
Who's excited? Todd, if I get rolling, just give me the high sign. And, yeah, before we do, I get into any of the stuff that I want to talk to you about, I want to make sure I call out my friend, your colleague, our colleague, Steve Harder. Yeah. Steve and I work together. He is the chairman of our Government Affairs Committee at SMDRA, and I've been doing this for 25 years, and I think in the couple of years I've worked with Steve, I learned more about big picture thinking and about strategy than I knew in all my years in my career before that. So if you don't have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to work with him before, make sure you get to know this fine gentleman right here. Steve, thank you very much. Out of these things that we debate at the Government Affairs Committee table, one of the ones that I want to call your attention to, I'll do one local and one state if we have time, but you cut me. If you saw the Denver Post article yesterday, or you've seen some of the stuff on some of the local news outlets this morning and yesterday morning, Denver arrested 2 people and charged them with felonies for falsifying their information about their home as a short-term rental. So we're talking about the VRBOs, the Airbnbs. When you guys take out clients and consumers, frequently you're talking to them about future use of that property. And I bet you have stories of somebody buying a starter home, moving up in a home, and keeping that first home as a source of income. Obviously, it's legal. It is legal in various stages around our metropolitan area. Currently, in Littleton, they've kind of hit the pause button for a little bit, but in Littleton, they're talking about actually having some short-term rental restrictions, most of which we like. Nobody, we have to balance this stuff. We understand we want to let people use their property. None of us want to live next to a party house at 3 in the morning when they're raising hell and doing all those things. So what Littleton's talking about in their ordinance, they're talking about some occupancy restrictions on the home. They're talking about some parking restrictions in the street. I don't know what that means. They're talking about maybe about a $25 to $50 licensing fee to actually get a city license. They have a record of the property owners. But one of the things they're considering, which we're trying to push back on a little bit, is they're considering only allowing a person's primary residence to be the entity that can be leased out for short-term rentals for the Airbnbs and the VRBOs. Now, you know as well as I do, our folks like to use those things for income. There are restricted municipalities like Denver and San Francisco and some of the other areas that will not allow other homes to be used for that. So I want you to be aware of that when you're talking about future use and future income potential for properties that are going. I think SMDRA's going to do, we haven't done this up until now, but I think I'm going to start collecting the various short-term rental ordinances from your market, from the cities that we work with. Cherry Hills Village, for example, doesn't allow that at all. So at very least, if you have those questions, call me, call SMDRA, and we'll do our job to answer your specific questions while in the interim we're actually building this database for you to know about that. Okay, make sense? I mean, we don't want to have people get in trouble for actually using their property. Secondly, at the state level, there's an interesting thing going on right now. The legislature has ended, but the governor is signing and vetoing some bills that are calling into question some of our strategies for future years. About 2 weeks ago, Governor Jared Polis vetoed House Bill 1202 that was the continuation of licensing requirements for community association managers, HOA managers. This process, this licensing requirement had been in place in Colorado for about 15 years. What the legislature passed was the extension of that through 2024, and the governor vetoed it. And the governor vetoed it, and in his veto letter, he said that is because industry standards and discipline in industry standards are better left to the associations and to the councils and the communities. We're an association. We like to think that our accreditation programs are very good at bringing the highlight out of the industry and particular individuals, but there's something to be said for actual licensing requirements where you carry insurance, you're licensed, you're bonded, and you carry a license in the state. There's some consumer protection element to that. So, Carr actually supported that bill. Everyone in Colorado was surprised that the governor vetoed this. Now, whether you're a fan of the governor or not, from a realtor perspective, it causes some interesting, I don't even want to say difficulties, but it raises some concern. The governor has a little bit of libertarian in him, and he believes that things like that shouldn't be happening at the government level. The interesting thing about this discussion is that we're probably about to, or we were about to, go take another shot next year at licensing home inspectors. Now, you heard from a very good home inspector a few moments ago, somebody that holds himself to a professional standard. The weird thing is that without licensure, right now I could go out and hang a shingle and call myself a home inspector. I'm not qualified to get myself in the middle of a very important financial transaction that you folks deal with every day. It's a reason for simple licensure being part of the equation. So, I'm not drawing any conclusions, but I want to at least leave you with the idea that this is the stuff that your association pays attention to. I like to boil it down in simple words. You want your association to keep government off your back and out of your wallets. And that's what we try and do. So I don't know what these next couple months of negotiation are going to be like with the governor's office. But I do know that the governor is doing something we didn't expect him to do at the end of this session. So, I don't know, I'm a political nerd, I like this stuff. I hope you find that interesting. I think it affects us every day, and it affects your clients and consumers. So Todd, that's all I have. Is there?
I know Katie had a question.
Yes.
Nick, I went into a client the other night who said that he had read that Governor Polis signed legislation that starting in 2020 will eliminate the senior discount on real estate taxes. And I tried to find that online and couldn't find it. I hope that's wrong.
It is categorically wrong. And I will find a link from the association that lets you know that
When I investigated this rumor the first time, I found some discussion in a committee hearing where they were talking about the possibilities of changing the way the revenue stream is drawn in Colorado. That is not part of the equation. It isn't. So I'll do a better job of communicating that. I've heard that more than once. It's been interesting that it's reared its head a little bit. That isn't the
Is
case.
that even under consideration?
No. You know, they talk about things in the legislature, and everything's on record. We have government in the sunshine, which means we have a right as citizens to hear and listen to everything. That wasn't talked about in a committee meeting. It never went anywhere. Steve, you want to?
Yeah, there was a piece of pending legislation. They were trying to get it on the floor, but it essentially to augment the senior discount in a way that would allow you to continue your exemption if you sold your home. So in other words, if you had in your home currently, if you're over 10 years, you get a tax exemption. And when you sell that home, until you're in your next home for 10 more years, you don't get that senior exemption. Well, now there was some legislation that they had tried to get through, didn't get through yet, was to try and allow you to carry forward your exemption into your new home, to try and encourage seniors to move out of their big jumbo homes and into something a little more manageable, but it didn't get anywhere yet. We'll try again.
Is that something we should promote? I mean, that sounds like it really is a deal for
At the appropriate time, it would be great to get the support. Unfortunately, early on, it's still trying to get some shape to it in terms of what it might look like, but we'll keep you appraised of what's going on.
And there are other states that actually have that too. I come from Florida, where it's a non-state income tax state. So they've gotten very creative with the portability of a senior's exemption. When they're downsizing from their homes, they keep that value of their exemption and move it from place to place. It kind of defeats the idea of an ad valorem tax at the value, but it still is very helpful to seniors who are moving and downsizing. So pretty interesting stuff. I'm not a tax expert, and you can see it's why I enjoy working with Steve. Steve also sits on the State Legislative Policy Committee. He's one of the guys that actually reads the bills as they come in, as they pertain to the real estate industry. All right, Todd, I don't think I put anybody to sleep, so
No,
we're
you're
good.
awesome. Thank you to really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Melissa had one last thing.
SMDRA.
Oh, we got realtor pins if we need a realtor pin.
Well, SMDRA.
Oh, a SMDRA. You gotta be a SMDRA member. Thank you again, guys, for being here. I appreciate it. Again, part of mastery, guys, is knowing your industry, not just going and getting leads and selling houses, but it's all encompassing. Understanding our industry, understanding home ownership, understanding what people are up against, how taxes can be affected, how bills can affect home ownership. So this is why we have people like Nick and Melissa come and speak with you. I'm excited to have Shane from BombBomb. All the emails we've been sending you guys lately, we're doing a ton of stuff with video. I mean, we all know that video is the way, not of the future, it is what we are doing now. And to have Shane with BombBomb actually here to tell you guys how they can help you is awesome. So, Shane.
Thank you. You guys are in for a treat. I saw a lot of you obviously went to the mastery class with Brian Buffini. He's a huge advocate for technology as well. And I think as he starts to move forward, all of this stuff works, right? You guys have learned that. I saw an increase just by using handwritten cards and stuff like that. What I want to talk to you a little bit about is doing those techniques and doing them in a new way. And so you can use these types of things that I'm going to share with you in that process. And so it's just going to save you a lot more time and get you face to face. So what we're talking about with BombBomb is rehumanizing the world. We want to help rehumanize the way you guys communicate. You know that your competition, like Open Doors of the World, Zillow, all these people are trying to go after your clients and grab their attention. The problem is they're usually driven by AI and bots, and so it's about just automating and sending out things and it's not human. This is one of the biggest purchases that someone's going to make in their life, and if they're relying on a bot, they're missing it. And I think that what they're going to see is they're going to see a lot of times where they buy a house that they didn't like, or they didn't feel like they were taken care of, or something like that. So the idea here is for you guys to be able to stand out. I heard the stat: 87% of people ask somebody they know for a realtor. You guys know the stat of how many people say that they would work with a realtor again after a transaction? It's around the same, 87%. Do you know how many actually do? 15. So this is how you guys need to stay in front of your clients. Would you do more business if you get in front of more people? Yes? Oh, I guess I have a timer on. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how you guys get face-to-face more often. How you do it at scale. You're in the metro area. You guys probably don't like driving a lot, even though you do every single day, right? You're driving around. You're showing people properties. What we want to do is be able to help you guys get face-to-face when you have a busy day, and even in the middle of that. So we're going to talk about why video. 5 opportunities that you guys can write down and you can use video today. You don't have to use our product to do it. We just make it the simplest and easiest way to use video. But you can use these strategies in your Facebook Lives, in your LinkedIn Lives, Instagram, wherever you guys do video right now. We're going to show you how you can use this in your workflow. Many of you guys are using Referral Maker CRM. You have other CRMs that you may be using. I'm going to show you where we're going to be able to work where you work. And the last one, what's next? Our exclusive deal that we have with Equity Real Estate and how we're able to help you guys just save some money and make this really easy for you. So we live in a video-centric society. Here's some stats. 2019, we're here. It is the time. Everyone's using video. It's a tool. And if you look in Google video anywhere on, you'll have pages and pages and pages of video tools that you can use. The problem with that is a tool that you don't know how to use effectively is a tool that you're probably not going to use well. And it's not going to be effective, and then you're going to be shut down. How many people have tried a video and they got turned off to it? Or how many people have unsubscribed from people that literally video their lives and they're always showing maybe the food they're eating, wherever they're at, every single listing that they have, right? It gets boring. It's something that people, it's just noise. So I want to talk to you guys about relationships through video. So Tiffany Bova from Salesforce, do you want to get better at your job or not? Do you want to be more human or less human? Many of you guys know that you're realtors because you got into relationship business. And so we want to help you guys stand out, be the humans, because if you can automate the things you can, but human contact can never be automated. So that's the open door. That's your ammunition to go after a lot of these companies that are trying to steal your business through automation. They can't be you. They can't replicate the soul. So how video says it better? We help you save time, close distance between your communication, help improve the quality of communication. How many times have you guys sent a text email that got misconstrued? Maybe they used all caps. Maybe they did weird emoji symbols that you just didn't understand. So we want to help you guys bring that emotion, the human touch, create trust and rapport consistently without having to actually be there face to face. So it's all done better with video. BombBomb is one of those simple ways. You guys have seen Todd's videos as he sent them out. You see the live animated preview. It's not an attachment. They don't have to download it. It's very simple, and then it's trackable, so Todd knows when you guys open his emails or if you don't. He knows if you got the information, and if you have an excuse like I never got that, well, he'll know that you never got it, or he'll know that you received it, you just didn't look at it. It's something that you guys are going to be able to use in your day-to-day. So I want to talk to you guys about opportunities for video day-to-day. Lead response. How many people in the room work off of referral? Awesome. How many people use lead sources of some sort? 1%. Okay. The cool thing about this is that when you think about leads, you think of Zillow, you think of Open Door, you think of all these things. Your leads are also your referrals. They may be warm, but they're not your client yet. And so the idea here is when you start thinking about your referrals, they're essentially a lead. Because they don't know you. You have a really warm person that says, Bob Smith knows me, and they're recommending you. So it's the chances are in your favor. But why not get a face with a name? So I want to show you a video example with Jesse Peters here.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and I'll be more than happy to set up a time for.
So I saw almost everybody smile when that happened. That's an imperfect video, right? He's at the park. It's windy. It's kind of rainy, but he gets maybe it's a referral for most of you in the room. pulls out his phone with his daughter there and humanizes that relationship. You probably know a lot more about Jesse now than you ever did in a text email, right? But this was the response. So it went even further than that. It's that they said they hope that we had a fun playtime and looking forward to connecting, and they're going to bring bubbles to the appointment. Again, if you can rehumanize who you are, if you're competing for a listing, if you're a referral, you're at a higher chance to get the listing. But if you can rehumanize that you're like them, that you're more than just a realtor, but that you have a family or that you can connect with them in some way, that's what's going to help get the deal closed. So we've worked where you guys is working. A lot of you guys see maybe different programs that you use day to day. How many people use Gmail or Outlook or I don't know, Curator, Salesforce? Name some of these that you guys use. Anybody use RPR, Realtors Property Resource? So we have direct integrations with all these places to make sure that you guys can connect quickly. What I want to tell you is many of you probably don't feel like you have time in a day to record videos. Right? It was too busy. Well, we talk about persona videos. Now this is something that you're out going to meet with one of your referrals and you get another referral, or maybe you get somebody that wanted to connect with you and you're like, I don't want to just send them that text that I'm busy and I'll call you back, right? Because everybody does that. So instead, what Andy Elger does here is he's in his car and he talks about video. This one's from Zillow. So person, are you getting leads from Zillow then? Perfect. So you're going to use something like this. He's in his car, says, hey, I just got your information. I'm on my way to an appointment. I'll connect with you soon. Take a look.
Hey, Zillow contacted me. Just let me know that you might want to get just a bit of an estimate maybe on your home. You're just curious. That's totally fine. That's what we're here for. And what I'd like to do is just get your permission to send you.
So he asks a couple of things. He says, can I have your permission? Can I ask for your permission to blank, right? Get your information or send you an email or send you a text message. This is a persona-based video. He recorded it maybe 2 years ago and he uses it for every single person that he gets from Zillow. It's automated, automatically goes out. We built that integration as one of our first ones so that you can humanize those leads, right? For the referral people, you guys can just say, hey, I just got introduced to you. I wanted to get you a face of the name. Looking forward to connecting with you very soon. Let me know a time of day this week that we can connect. Send it out. Feels personal. It's very specific about a referral that you got or something like that. So it makes that person that receives it, it feels more personal. Here we go, referrals. Now, this is probably one of the best videos you'll ever see. So if you're taking notes, make sure you take notes about this video, and then we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it. See if you guys can tell me why it was so good.
Hi Tom, it's Ken Witcha with High Desert Realty and Drake Park behind me. It has been some time since we last spoke. The current home value in your areas continue to rise. If you currently want to know what your current home value is, simply contact me and I'll get that information over to you immediately. If you know somebody looking to purchase property in the Bend area, please provide me with their contact information or have them call, email, or text me, and I'll keep you informed throughout the process, and I'll take good care of them. Thanks for your time today, and have yourself an awesome day.
So what stood out to you guys for that video?
You said current 3 times in about 2 seconds.
You said what?
You said current about 3 times in 2 seconds.
Current, yeah. So it's actually not one of the best videos.
It's relatable because we're all kind of awkward and goofy.
Awkward and goofy, right? He hates the sound of his voice. He hates the way he looks on camera. And he went into one of our programs where we made him do videos. And so instead of doing it in his office, he went and tried to make a really nice scenery in the background so they could look at that instead of him. And then he got a little lapel mic off of Amazon for $20, hooked it into his phone, and recorded his videos. Now, the cool thing about this is he did 20 videos as a part of the program, 2 videos a day for 2 weeks. From that, he got 3 referrals for some buyers at $400K, $600K, $1 million off of these videos. Right? Come on, guys. So the idea here is that if you look over here, it actually talks about he hadn't talked to some of these people in 3 to 4 years, and they sent him a referral. So again, it's about getting face to face. I heard a story one time from a client. I've been at BombBomb for over 4.5 years at this point, so I've heard a lot of stories. But a realtor sold a house to the person right next door to their house.
10 years later, they're still neighbors. There's a for sale sign next door. It's not Brooks. The person forgot that that was their realtor 10 years ago. Have you guys ever done that? Driven by in Denver and you find a for sale sign in the front yard of a house that you sold maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, market year? You don't want that to happen, so you got to stay in front of them and be consistent. Referral process, this is great. I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but when you get a referral, introduce yourself and tell them about the history of the referrals this person has given you in the past. So, take a look.
Hey Michael and Kayla, it is Michael Thorne of Remax Little Oak Realty here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia. Thank you very much, Krista, for connecting us. I've had the pleasure of working with Krista's clients in the past, and it is always a pleasure working with them. So I thought I'd just send you an email, introduce myself, let you know a little bit about our team, sort of our
So you guys can see that's pretty easy, but now they know who you are. They also know that the people that they've referred to them in the past have had a great experience. So now you're able to start checking the boxes that people are looking for, right? They're looking for the social proof. Why? Okay, this person told me this person, but I probably talked to 8 other friends. They gave me 8 other realtors that I should go interview and talk to, see if I like them. So this is about how you guys can get personal. Native Outlook integration. So you guys do use Outlook on desktop. We directly integrate so you can do live videos right inside of Outlook. We give you real-time alerts as people open your emails, as they click on links, as they play videos. How many people have tracking software in your emails right now to know if people engage when you send emails? 3 people. 4 people, yeah. You need this. So whether you do video or not, the idea is to understand when people engage with your emails. And with BombBomb, what's really great is it doesn't have to have a video in it for the tracking to be enabled. So you could send an email to somebody on a listing 6 months ago, and if they open it today, you're going to be notified real time as if you just sent it. So now you're starting to reach into your database. Maybe you check in on the market stats, you talk about a housing report or something like that. You're going to be notified real time when they engage with that, and they may be looking to sell their house or they may be looking to buy a house. Maybe it's an investment property. You use Gmail. We have a direct integration right inside of Gmail. So you can record videos, you can track replies, you can understand when people are engaging right inside of Gmail. Lead nurturing or referral nurturing. This is one that I did. This is a way for you. How many people use LinkedIn to find clients? Anybody? This is probably one of the best ways. I know a lot of realtors use Facebook, they use Instagram, you should be doing those. But LinkedIn, if you want to go after the higher value clients, a lot of them are CEOs, a lot of them have business profiles on LinkedIn. And if you have mutual connections, you can do something like this.
Shane here with XYZ Company. I talked with Gerhard in the Selling Power Magazine Sales 3.0 conference, and he mentioned you and that I could be an asset for you, that you are kind of the fundamental change.
What you guys can do with that is you can talk to them about their company. Maybe you want to connect with them and be their relocation specialist. Maybe you want to connect with the company as they bring in new people. I have realtors that connect with hospitals, and as new doctors move in town, maybe you want to help with some of the business Airbnb type style housing. Maybe you want to help them find a house if they're moving from California here to work at the new surgery center, right? So there's ideas here that you guys can use that are going to help you leverage and start getting some of those relationships.
Hey, how's it going? It's Kyle Whistle. I'm here in front of the Whistle Realty Group office. You'll see in the windows behind me are all the colorings that were submitted at the Santee Street Fair this past weekend. All of the colorings are posted up on our Facebook page, Whistle Realty Group. And now it's your turn as parents to get as many likes as possible on your kids' coloring. And so the 4 colorings with the most likes on Facebook by Wednesday at 10 a.m. will be the winners of 4 bikes. And so
think about different strategies you guys can do to work with businesses. Figure out how you can engage with your community, your referral partners, to stuff like kids, where you can start getting your name out there. And he's raffling off 4 bikes for likes on a coloring thing at an event. So the idea here is how do you get the community invested in there? Our mobile app, I want to show you how easy it is to record a video and send it off. If you can hit the record button and hit stop, we do all the fancy stuff on the background so that it'll encode and upload, so now you can send it as an email in your branded template. We also directly integrate if you use Gmail, if you use Hotmail, if you use Outlook. it doesn't matter what inbox you use, we will actually directly integrate in your inbox so you can respond to emails on the fly with video. I do this on the way into work. I don't even look at the video camera. I'll record videos and respond, because how many times do you guys get emails at an inopportune time while you're driving, or maybe in the middle of something else, and you don't want to have to type on your phone the response, right? Well, now you can just hit the record button, record the video, and send it right through your email. Holidays, this is probably the #1 way that you can generate more referrals and more business. These two right here are fantastic.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lynette.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Happy birthday to you. Have a great day, Lynette. Kick back.
Relax.
Relax. Have some cake. With what kind of frosting?
Buttercream is the best. I'm so sorry, I don't know. Mark said something that made me laugh and I was crying.
Have
But
some ice cream too, even though it's January.
kick back, relax.
Have some cake.
Buttercream frosting.
Again, ice cream.
Ice cream is the
So, how many of you guys would have sent that video out? Raise your hand. Yeah. Most of you, which is great. And they did. That's all they do. It's a one take. That's the rule. It doesn't matter. They're gonna record it and send it. The better thing is the response. Thank you so much for the fun, happy birthday video. You both were having such a good time. You made me laugh too. Hope you both had wonderful holidays and doing well. Fun to see you in the video. She also does this for every single birthday. She personalizes it. She plays the ukulele as well. So if any of you guys have hidden talents, this would be the opportunity to do some of those hidden talents. She has gotten multiple referrals off of doing things like this. Just checking in on an opportune time on birthdays, on holidays, on Thanksgiving, on any of those kinds of things. We also have Tony. He does it a little bit more personal, and he doesn't sing, unfortunately. I tried finding one where he sang, but I couldn't do it.
Hey, happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a fantastic birthday today. I know you've been working super hard, and you deserve having a little bit of time with family and friends, and I hope that is what today is all about. I know you never leave far from the realtor world and thinking about them, but this is your day. So have a happy birthday, and thanks for all of your support, your effort.
So Tony's actually one of the brokers in Utah, but he was just wishing an agent a happy birthday. I wanted to show you guys the whiteboard. It's a great way to show people that it's personal video for them. I see too many videos where it's like 60 minutes, where your face is shaded and it's like dark and you're just like staring at the camera. We want to help you guys get the best strategy so that you get people to actually watch the video. And once you do that, that's how you get the responses. Again, we make it really easy with our dashboard, being able to record videos, send them out. We give you guys branded templates for all the different holidays that you're able to just pop in and record a video and send it out. You can do videos like this with the family.
Hey, it's Joe Soto, along with
Mommy Soto.
and
Daisy Soto.
and even little Daisy Soto came and made a cameo. We just wanted to take a quick minute to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're celebrating, enjoy the time with your loved ones, the people most closest to you, like these little ones that I got. So from the Soto family to you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and enjoy the day. Bye. Bye.
So you guys can have fun with this, and the great thing about these videos is that they're timed perfectly, right? How many of you are doing handwritten cards for the holidays, which is great. A lot of times people will either put them up on their fridge, and I've heard multiple stories. You guys have probably shown houses or done the listing or something like that, and you see that you're the listing agent, and there's all of these cards from other realtors, but you got the listing. So I wouldn't think on that being the way that you're going to keep getting. It's a great thing. They remember you, they see your face. But if you can do things like this, it actually elicits a response. Cards, typically, I don't know how many times you guys get calls back. Maybe there's some people that will actually call you back, but for the most part, they'll hang it up and it's like, oh, that was really nice, right? These things actually elicit a response. We have a screen recorder. This is something that's really cool for you guys. If you ever have problems with contracts, or your client doesn't know technology and they don't know how to actually open it up and sign the document or something to that effect. You can use the screen for you.
Hey guys, so here is an example of what the email should look like. Don't worry about the name or anything like that, but it should say something similar to this. You want to click on View All Documents. I'm going to kind of walk you.
So I don't know if that helps any of you guys, but you're able to walk them through. And when you saw Ken's video there, he didn't say their name. So don't worry about the name here, but this is what you're going to do. And you can create that video and then use it over and over and over again. Create a great experience for first-time home buyers, for follow-ups, for people that have been referral partners with you forever. You're able to then create a better experience so they feel like they're informed and that they don't have all this stress and anxiety that typical first-time home buyers have. I want to talk to you guys about our real estate content library that we have created for you. This is something for you as agents that we give you. We give you the scripts. I heard everyone loved the Buffini scripts. We give it to you electronically, so now you can add a video to it and be able to create great content that you can use over and over and over again. So we have a couple ideas for you. So we know a lot of you are busy, and maybe some of you are not as busy as you wish to be. So we have a do-it-yourself or do-it-for-you. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how we do it for you to help you get those touches throughout the year, stay in front of your clients throughout the year. We create campaigns. We do one-to-ones. These are your birth dates, home anniversary dates. You can upload those dates into BombBomb, and we will trigger responses to you to tell you someone's birthday is coming up in 2 weeks. Would you like to personalize a video? You can do it right from your phone or your desktop, and we send it out for you. You don't have to do anything but record the video. Or you can have one of those persona videos that I talked about. So if you're really busy and you really don't have time to do a 30-second video, a video of you just saying happy birthday can be sent. So text alerts, we give you that text, you click on it, we give you some training.
Hello, it's Alicia from BombBomb, and welcome to your January prompt. I want to start by wishing you a happy new year. I hope you are excited about the upcoming.
So the cool thing about that is she tells you why this is important, and then she gives you the scripting of what to say in the email. These are your campaigns. We do 16 touches throughout the entire year, so you have a little more than once a month. We also post on social media for you on your business. There's an 80-20 rule on your business side and your personal side. So on your personal Facebook or your social media, it should be 80% personal things. 20% should be about your business and what you do as a job. On your business page, it should be 80% about your business and 20% about personal. So we help you get a lot of the business things done for you so that you can focus on what you love most, yourself, right? What's going on with your family and what are you doing for the community and stuff like that. When we send out that campaign, 72 hours later, we give
Hello,
you...
and welcome to your follow-up email. Now, you've heard us say...
We give you who to reach out to. So who engaged with that email that you sent out to your entire database, and what should you be saying to them as a follow-up? So we're literally giving you your referral base and who is engaging with what emails and what were the topics so that you guys can reach out to them.
Hello, and...
So some prompt sends. So this is an example again. So that is like our video that we created for you. You didn't have to do anything. We create it, send it out. That's a social post that automatically will play right inside the feed. One-to-one sending, this is the birthdays one that I was talking about, so if you don't personalize it, you can do a video like this.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday from Lee Brown and all the people, happy birthday to you. We hope you have a day full of cakes that are full of calories and maybe not too many candles, and that you hear from all your loved ones. Enjoy the day and the upcoming year.
So that's one of those ones that if you don't have time, you can have that go out instead. It feels really personal. I guarantee you can get a response of them laughing, especially if you sing or you do a trick that you know, that maybe you have good dad jokes. I'm still learning my dad jokes as a young father, but This is a way for you guys to make your life really easy. If you don't like the content that we send, you actually get a content picker every quarter to give you 4 other details. So if you want to go hyper local, you want to talk about a local business that you love, that you support, or a coffee shop that they need to go check out, or maybe a market update, you can choose all that stuff. All right. So we got an exclusive partnership, BombBomb.com/equity real estate. We're giving you guys everything that we talked about, an action plan, in either one of the subscriptions to tell you what to say and how to say it. We're giving you guys discounts. So $580 a year or $14.99 a year with a $500 setup fee. It's breaking down to $468 or $12.99. There is no setup fee. We're waiving that for you guys, and we put everything in your branding. We wrote the book on this, Rehumanize Your Business. Anybody that gets signed up this week, I'm going to send you a copy of this book. It's got all the strategies, everything that you would need on how to use video in your business. It's not just about BombBomb, but it's about YouTube, Facebook, social media, all those kinds of things. And I just want to thank you for your time. So, Brian Buffini, he's got a signed copy of our book. He says thank you as well. If you guys have any questions, I'll take those now. I know we're really late on time, but happy to stay after. I have business cards as well. And I hope you guys enjoy the presentation.
Any questions for Shane?
Questions?
He'll stay, be in the back if you think of something. Paul and I love the system. It's easy. I mean, you guys get a lot of stuff from us, and Stacy and I are working on a lot of video. We get a lot of the same questions over and over. Some of the training, people can't make it to a certain training class. Well, instead of having an hour training class or 2-hour training class, we're going to be breaking these down to 10-minute trainings or 5-minute trainings so that people can go straight to what they want and creating a library. But what you guys can do here, staying in touch with your, I mean, I keep seeing some really cool stuff for you guys as agents that gets me excited, like, oh man, I kind of miss selling. I mean, some of this looks like fun and an easy way to stay in front of your people and to engage with people. So anyway, thanks again, Shane.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to add one thing. We actually are in an experimental time with equity real estate, where we're going to actually give them the ability, a lot of the stuff they send you guys on market stats and stuff like that, we are going to enable them to be able to send some things on your behalf. So if you get an account, they can actually create a market stats email. You can have Todd talk about the market for you and send it from you to your database. So if you're interested in any of that and you have questions about it, let me know. They're the only real estate team in the United States that's going to be doing something like this.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks again, Shane. Appreciate it. So we kind of got started late today because we were waiting for a coffee. So I apologize that we're 11:25, so we're going to miss something. We're going to miss Stacy's update on the contracts. So what's a good way for us to get this out to you guys to let you know what's going on with contracts?
In a video.
In a video. So we will make a video today with the updates on the closing instructions and the title.
Yep.
That
Just
was?
one thing I want to say about
Okay.
that.
You can say.
Just know that the new contract to buy and sell and the new closing instructions aren't effective until July 1st. You won't find them on CTM or .loop yet. They're in the process of being created and uploaded. As soon as they are, we'll let you guys know through a video, through Facebook, through our weekly update email that you get every Monday and you read, hopefully. So if you're currently in a transaction and it's going to close after that July 1st, go ahead and use the current contract. It's going to be grandfathered in. Anything new July 1st, use the new contract. So that was the main point I wanted to get across. Everything else I'll put in a video.
So you're okay that you don't know that today,
Yep.
not till July. But we'll get the video out. And she did mention that hopefully you're opening up your Monday newsletter. We put a lot of great information into that, work hard on that. And we know, like Santa, who is opening and who's not opening. And I'm tracking this, and if I see someone not opening for several weeks, you're gonna get a phone call. And I don't think it's any of you here because you guys are engaged, but there are agents that aren't opening these, and then they call us with a question that I just put in the Monday update, and we've got to be efficient with our time, and we're trying to empower you guys. That's why we put this together. But I love the tracking system. So again, for you guys, if you could track your clientele, who opens, who doesn't open, then you know that, look, these people aren't email people. I need to reach out by the phone. I need to reach out by a pop by versus a drop by. So I think that's one of the best things is the tracking. It's easy to look at. Let's do listings, and then we'll do awards at the very end. So I know we have some people, and more important than anything, coming soons are probably more important, because if it's on the market, we already know about it. But if you have a listing that you'd like to talk about, please come up here, grab the mic, stand in line. We'll make this efficient, and then we'll hand out some awards real quick and get you guys out here maybe 5 minutes after the normal time. So please, your name and a phone number, and then tell us about your property. And if somebody has a question about the property, you wrote down their name and you wrote down their phone number, and you can ask them questions after the meeting or give them a call. So come on up.
Hello, Carol Fanning. I'm the new person. I have a listing, 210 East 4th Avenue. It's right off of Lincoln, downtown. It's, if you have parents that want their kids out of the basement, this is a perfect property for that. Listed at $385. There's no HOA. There's a brand new roof. There's 2 bedrooms, 1 non-conforming, 1 bath. It's close to everything cool downtown. And to make life easy, I made copies of the listing for you with my card. My number is 303-908-8599. Thanks. I'll leave these here.
That was a great presentation.
Thank you. I am Jessica McAnally. I have got, phone number 303-829-1623. And I've got a listing at 4720 West Eastern Court. It's in Littleton, over off of Flat Canyon and Mineral. It's in the Meadowbrook neighborhood, fantastic neighborhood. It's got a community pool. The house is sitting in the very back of the neighborhood, tucked away on a cul-de-sac, so it's super private setting. And it's 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 4,700 square feet. It's got a full finished, awesome basement with a full bar. It looks like a pub. Full kitchen and little lounge area. It's really awesome. Anyway, it's on a over a 1/4 acre lot, so it's a walkout basement. Lot's super private, lined with trees. It's a great property. We've been on the market for 2 months, so I would love to have you all bring your buyers by. We would love an offer. So we are listed at $915. We've just recently dropped that price. So give me a call, 303-829-1623. Thanks. Oh, I forgot. I have a buyer need. Anybody who has maybe an upcoming listing, either Elbert, Elizabeth, Franktown, even Parker. I've got a buyer that's looking for a property, hopefully that has already a barn, like a, what do you call those little, now I can't even think of the little lean-tos, you know, for the locker, the loafing shed. Thank you, I couldn't think of it. Anyway, if it already has everything set up to have horses, goats, llamas, anything like that, they're looking for a house that's got 5 bedrooms, and so hopefully at least at minimum 5 acres. We're just not really finding what they're looking for. So if anybody has anything coming up, please let me know. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Bev Hamlin, 720-254-3519. I have 2 listings, brand new. One is located at 395 Eagle Stone Drive. It's in Crystal Valley. We've listed this property under probably $15,000 under what the normal price ranges are going for. The homes are going for. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage, and we've listed it for $505. The other one is up in Frederick, Colorado. We've listed this property at $499, 5476 Titan Street Drive, Fredericks, Colorado, and that is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage. Again, Bev Hamlin, 720-254-3519. Thank you. And I'll leave some flyers up here also.
Hi, I'm Dominic Gianfrancesco. My phone number is 303-808-9496. I have a coming soon
2338 Glencoe Street in Denver. It's at Mark Hill. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, finished basement, so a couple of those bedrooms are in the basement. It's approximately 2,400 square feet, finished upstairs and down. It's a 1925 vintage old brick bungalow. Haven't set a price yet, but it's going to be in the high 5s, low 6 area. Let's see. That's about it for that. I also have a buyer need in kind of the southeast Aurora, by Tollgate, Murphy Creek, that area. Minimum 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a finished basement. The price point is about 400 to 420K. Again, my phone number is 303-808-9496.
Hi, Greg Tiffin, and phone number is 720-635-6066. Got a new listing at 891 14th Street in the Spire building. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. It's really quite a building. Reasonable HOA dues, $327 a month. It's priced at $447.5 with the deeded parking space. The seller is also open to separating that because the parking space is deeded separately, so we could sell it without the parking space. But great property is being staged as we speak, so there'll be more photos in the MLS here tomorrow. Also have a buyer need in Littleton School District. Highlands 460, Heritage Village is their favorite location, up to about 750, and we're looking at everything that comes available, and so if you have anything coming up, they're ready to go. Thank you. Greg Tiffin, 720-635-6066.
Thanks for standing in the center, guys. You guys are on Facebook, so thank you.
Hi, I'm Christina Ponin, and my number is 303-507-2023. I have a new listing in Parker. It's the cross streets are Lincoln and Chambers, and the address is 15125 Caracas Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom with a loft. It has a study on the main floor, a tech center, a little mudroom. Really, really cute. Newer property. It's less than 2 years old. The association is only $50 a month, and I have a flyer if anybody's interested. Again, Christina, 303-507-2023.
Good morning, I'm Chris Good, 303-514-4417, and I have a new listing that's coming on the market hopefully tomorrow in Lone Tree. It's in Heritage Hills. It's probably the biggest yard in Heritage Hills, has a big sport court on it. We're going to be on the market probably around $2,090,000, and it's a great property, over 6,000 square feet, great home area. Also looking for anything in Battlelure in the preserve. If you guys know anything, I know a couple things coming on, but anybody else has anything else, please let me know. 303-514-4417. Thanks.
All right, John Holm, 720-341-0396. Okay, all you great agents. I've got a townhouse that's been on the market a little bit. Littleton Village, 3-story, 3-bedroom, 4-bath, and it's 1832 square feet. It's an end unit. Great thing is you got windows on 3 sides. So anyway, 650 East Hinsdale Avenue, Broadway and Dry Creek. 2 years old, so almost brand new. So love to have you guys let me know if you got some buyers looking for a great townhouse. 442, and there's a comp for 455, so we're below that. So it's a good deal for somebody.
Hi, I'm Reagan Grant. Phone number is 720-907-7624. I would love you to bring me some Highlands Ranch buyers. I have 2 active listings in Highlands Ranch, both in Kentley Hills right now, and a third one hitting hopefully tomorrow or Friday. All 3 listings all have finished basements, great square footage. 2 of them with fabulous, phenomenal lots for Highlands Ranch, which are hard to come by. And then I do have a listing in Colorado Springs if you have someone that's looking a little south. Again, 720-907-7624.
Well done, everyone. I heard several of you guys go, oh, I'm a little nervous. So I just don't see it. It's like we're just kind of our friends here hanging out. But yes, excited. So well done.
You did a great job.
It was a big month last month, so we had a ton of awards. A handful of you guys are here. If you're here, please come up, get your picture taken, hang out up here. We'll clap for everyone at one time, and then we're the heck out of here. Sorry for this going over a little bit, but let's recognize those who had a great month. Kaya Resch, 4 transactions, congratulations. Will, who took off. Lafini, 4 transactions, congratulations. Mindy Sanders, 3 transactions. Rocky DeFalco, 3 transactions. Nicole Warden, 3 transactions. Kurt Marina, you're still here. Congratulations, 3 transactions. If they got the little sticker when I get their picture, that was pretty good. Rocio, you're here. Congratulations, 3 transactions. Wendy Bruner, she's new with us. Not new to the business, but new with us. First time Power Pro, congratulations. And she taught the open house class the other day. Caitlin Tran. Caitlin was here. Caitlin, congratulations. Annie Henningsen, congratulations. Sandra Shaler, Brandon Gillespie, Ernie Quimmel, oh my gosh, Michelle Wallace, Vicky Okapari, congratulations. Greg Tiffin, you're still here. There you are.
Quiet when we
I
have to
know.
hold our applause.
Maybe we'll applause during the whole thing. Angie Zergot, Monet Schwegel, Kelly Hepker, Aaron Lambert, Judy Simpson, and most transactions closed award goes to Mark Baker with 4 transactions and 2 seller. 4 buyer transactions, 2 sellers, so 6 transactions to Mark Baker. He's not here, so we'll clap for him. So awesome job, Mark. Eileen Kitko, top listing agent with 3 listings of $3.9 million in transactions. So those will be fun when she sells those. And she also got a top sales agent award with 3 transactions at $2.3 million. She's going to have another good one from those listings sell, but congratulations, Eileen Kitko. Oh, they didn't stay up here. I was going to have them stay up here and take a picture.
Everybody come
That's
back up
okay.
and then we'll do a group photo.
Let's applaud everyone for a great month. Congratulations. That's all I've got. Have a wonderful rest of your week. The sun is out and it's staying out, right?
Let's mention July, no sales meeting.
July, we're doing something different in July. As you see, the summer goes and you guys start going on vacation and our group gets a little smaller. Let's just take the month off. So we will not have a sales meeting in July. We will still send information out, weeklies out, but sales meeting, we're taking off. Go on vacation, go play, have fun, or sell a house.
And we'll resume in August.
Back in August. Have a great week. Little energy, little clapping, little something. Yeah, we got flyers.